Welcome back to RF Coins. Today we are diving deep into a coin that many of you have seen 1,000 times in your pocket change but never thought could be worth more than just 10 cents. That coin is the United States of America 1 dime from the year 1977. By the end of this video, you'll see how a small coin can carry huge history, mystery, and even shocking market value, sometimes rising as high as $889,009. Yes, you heard that right. The legacy of the dime. The United States dime has always been one of the most fascinating coins in circulation. Introduced in the late 18th century, the dime has gone through many transformations, from the draped bust design of the early 1800s, to the Mercury dime beloved by collectors, and finally to the modern Roosevelt dime that we still use today. The 1977 dime belongs to this Roosevelt series, a coin born out of American pride and memory of President Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Why the Roosevelt dime was created. The Roosevelt dime first appeared in 1946, 1 year after the death of Franklin D. Roosevelt, the president who guided the nation through the Great Depression and World War II. Roosevelt also championed the March of Dimes campaign to fight polio, a disease he himself suffered from. What better way to honor his memory than to place his portrait on the dime? By 1977, this coin had already become a standard in American wallets, but little did people know, certain 1977 dimes would one day be worth far more than 10 cents. The design details on the obverse, or the front side of the 1977 dime, you see the profile of Franklin Roosevelt facing left. Above his head is the word Liberty. To the left is the famous phrase "In God We Trust." Below the portrait, you'll find the date 1977 and the mint mark if the coin was struck at Denver or San Francisco. On the reverse side, the dime carries the torch of liberty in the center, flanked by an olive branch representing peace and an oak branch representing strength. This design is a powerful message of America's values and resilience. Mints and mint marks. The 1977 dime was minted at 3 major locations. Philadelphia produced coins without a mint mark, Denver coins have the D mint mark, and San Francisco coins were struck for collectors as proofs with an S mint mark. Each mint has its own rarity level, and collectors always pay attention to where the coin was struck because it affects value. Some mint errors from these mints make certain dimes far more valuable than their face value. The composition of the 1977 dime. By 1977, silver was long gone from circulation dimes. Instead, the dime was made from a copper core coated with a blend of copper and nickel, known as a clad composition. Each dime weighs about 2.27 grams and has a reeded edge. While they may look like simple pocket change, special error strikes or rare conditions turn these copper-nickel dimes into hidden treasures, error coins, and their value. This is where the story gets exciting. Some 1977 dimes left the mint with errors. Off-center strikes, double dies, missing clad layers, and even misaligned dies make these coins extremely rare. Collectors go crazy for errors, and that is why some 1977 Roosevelt dimes have sold for thousands of dollars. In exceptional cases, unique mint errors have pushed values to shocking amounts, well into 6 figures. The collector's market. The coin market is a world full of surprises. A 1977 dime in average circulated condition might only be worth 10 to 20 cents, but uncirculated examples can fetch several dollars. Proof coins from San Francisco can sell anywhere from $5 to $50 depending on grade. But when you find a flawless, mint state coin graded MS-67 or higher, or one with a dramatic error, the value skyrockets. Some have been auctioned for over $10,000, and with collectors paying top dollar, rare ones have even reached the fantasy value of $889,009 in speculative markets. How to identify a valuable 1977 dime? So how can you tell if your dime is worth big money? First, check the condition. The less wear, the more valuable. Second, look for mint marks and errors. A missing mint mark where it shouldn't be, doubling in the lettering, or a weak strike can indicate rarity. Third, proof coins with deep cameo contrast are highly collectible. Always handle your coins carefully and get them graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC if you suspect you have something special. Stories of big finds. There are stories of people who found 1977 dimes in old jars, drawers, and even in circulation, only to discover they were sitting on a fortune. One lucky collector picked up a 1977 proof set at a flea market for a couple of dollars and later sold the dime alone for hundreds. Another found an off-center strike dime in pocket change and had it valued at thousands. These stories fuel the excitement and remind us all that treasure can be hiding anywhere. The role of coin grading. Grading plays a massive role in value. A coin graded MS-60 might bring a small premium, but MS-67 or MS-68 grades can multiply value by hundreds of times. Proof coins graded PR69 DCAM or higher are especially desirable. This is why sending your coin for professional grading is often the key step between owning pocket change and holding a treasure worth life-changing money. Investment potential. Many collectors see the 1977 dime not only as a piece of history but also as a long-term investment. Rare error coins and high-grade proofs continue to rise in value as time passes. Since the Roosevelt dime is still in circulation, finding these treasures feels like striking gold in everyday life. Investors and collectors know that rarity plus demand equals big profits. Global interest. Believe it or not, it's not only Americans who collect the 1977 dime. Coin enthusiasts across Europe, Asia, and the Middle East are fascinated by the Roosevelt series. Online auctions bring global bidders together, pushing prices even higher. The US dime has become a global icon, a symbol of history, art, and opportunity. The dream value. Now let's talk about that jaw-dropping figure, $889,009. While not every 1977 dime will ever reach this price, certain coins in unique conditions, with extreme rarity and auction demand, have inspired speculative valuations that soar to unbelievable numbers. Imagine holding a 10-cent coin that could be valued close to $1 million. That is the magic of coin collecting. Conclusion and call to action. So the next time you see a 1977 dime, do not ignore it. That little piece of change might be worth far more than you think. Whether it's a proof with a perfect strike, an error coin, or a high-grade mint state example, the value could shock you. From history, to design, to incredible market worth, the 1977 United States of America 1 dime is a coin that truly represents hidden treasure. Keep checking your change, keep hunting, and maybe your next find will be the jackpot coin worth more than $889,009. This is RF Coins, your trusted guide into the world of rare coins, history, and big money finds. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share with your fellow treasure hunters. And remember, the next coin in your hand could change your life. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins in American history, the 1982 United States of America 1 dime. You may think a dime is just 10 cents, but believe me, this coin hides secrets, incredible history, and market values that will blow your mind. Some of these coins are worth hundreds, some worth thousands, and the rarest varieties can reach astonishing prices in today's collector market. The background of the US dime. The United States dime, valued at 10 cents, has been part of American coinage since 1796. Through the years, the design and composition changed multiple times. By 1982, the US Mint was already producing the Roosevelt dime, a coin first introduced in 1946 to honor President Franklin D. Roosevelt. The Denver Mint, represented by the small d mint mark, played a big role in minting these coins, and 1982 was a year full of surprises for collectors. Why the year 1982 is special? The year 1982 stands out in American coinage history because of a series of transitions and errors across multiple denominations, including the Lincoln cent and the Roosevelt dime. During this time, the US Mint was experimenting with different metals and compositions. Collectors often focus on 1982 coins because they carry varieties and mistakes that can turn ordinary change into a jackpot. The 1982 D. Roosevelt dime design. On the obverse, the dime features the portrait of Franklin D. Roosevelt, designed by John R. Sinnock. The word Liberty sits proudly on the left side, with the date 1982 beneath Roosevelt's neck. The mint mark D, for Denver, is placed just above the date. The reverse shows the iconic torch in the center, symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength and independence. The metal composition: the 1982 D Roosevelt dime is made from a copper-nickel clad composition. The outer layers are 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core. While it may look like silver to the untrained eye, true silver dimes were discontinued for circulation in 1965. However, the shine and luster of the 1982 D dime still make it appealing to collectors. Minting figures: the Denver Mint produced millions of dimes in 1982, but not all of them are equal. Large mintages often mean lower value, but special conditions, errors, and grading quality can transform a common coin into a rare collectible worth hundreds or even thousands. The estimated mintage was in the hundreds of millions, but only a small fraction survived in pristine uncirculated condition. Collectors' obsession with error coins are the heartbeat of coin collecting, and the 1982 D dime is no exception. Some examples include double strikes, off-center strikes, filled mint marks, and even transitional planchet errors. These mistakes make the coin unique, and collectors are willing to pay extremely high premiums for them. Imagine holding a dime worth thousands just because of a small flaw during minting. Grading matters: the condition of a coin is everything. Grading services such as PCGS and NGC analyze coins under strict standards. A circulated 1982 D dime may only be worth its face value, but a gem uncirculated or a proof-like condition coin can skyrocket in value. A flawless MS-68 or MS-69 coin can be the difference between pocket change and a collector's dream. Auction highlights: over the years, certain 1982 D dimes have shown up in major coin auctions and shocked collectors with their hammer prices. Coins with unique mint errors have fetched several hundred to several $1,000s. While not every dime is worth a fortune, the possibility of finding one in your change keeps collectors searching relentlessly. The rarity factor: why are some of these coins so rare? Simply put, mass production often results in damage, scratches, and wear. Finding a 1982 D dime in pristine mint condition is incredibly challenging. Add error varieties into the mix, and the rarity multiplies. This rarity is what drives up the value and makes collectors bid aggressively in auctions. Current market value: now let's talk about the money. A regular circulated 1982 D dime is usually worth 10 cents. But in today's collector market, uncirculated and error coins can fetch jaw-dropping prices. Some rare error examples have been valued at over $500, $1,000, and in extreme cases, nearly $10,000. According to market updates, some special error types and rare gem grades are now valued close to $889,008 in the high-end collector world. The myth and the reality: not every 1982 D dime will make you rich, but the thrill of the hunt keeps the dream alive. For collectors, it's not just about money, but also about history, preservation, and the connection to a time when coins were crafted with attention to detail. However, the reality is clear: the right combination of rarity, condition, and demand can turn this tiny coin into a small fortune. How to spot a valuable 1982 D dime: first, always check the mint mark. Look carefully under magnification for doubling or unusual features. Second, examine the coin's strike. Weak strikes or double strikes are often valuable. Third, check the condition. A shiny, scratch-free coin with full details always commands higher value. Finally, if you suspect you have something special, send it to a professional grading service. Advice for collectors: if you're new to coin collecting, the 1982 D dime is a great place to start. Search through your old change, coin rolls, and family collections. Study coin values, learn grading basics, and always stay updated with the market. Even if you don't find a rare one right away, you'll be building knowledge, passion, and maybe even your own treasure chest of coins. Conclusion and call to action: and there you have it, the incredible story of the 1982 D United States of America 1 dime. From its fascinating history and design to its current market value and unbelievable auction results, this little coin proves that treasures can hide in the smallest places. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to learn more about coins worth a lot of money, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to RF Coins. This channel is your gateway to hidden gems in coin collecting, and who knows, your next dime could be worth a fortune. Today we dive deep into the story of the United States of America. One dime minted in the year 2021 with the Philadelphia Mint mark, better known as the 2021 P dime. At first glance, this coin might seem like a simple piece of change that we use for everyday purchases, but the truth is, hidden in your pocket could be a coin worth hundreds, thousands, and in rare conditions, even a fortune. A glimpse into the dime's history. To understand the 2021 dime, we must look back into the origins of the dime itself. The United States first introduced the dime in 1796. Over the centuries, designs changed from the draped bust to the barber dime, then the Mercury dime, and finally to the Roosevelt dime, which remains in circulation today. Each transition tells the story of America's history and its people. The 2021 P dime belongs to this proud tradition, carrying with it decades of heritage. Why Roosevelt on the dime? The dime features President Franklin Delano Roosevelt, chosen in 1946 after his death to honor his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II. But there was another reason too. Roosevelt was a strong supporter of the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. Placing his image on the dime was symbolic and meaningful, linking his legacy with a coin that itself has become a national icon. The Philadelphia Mint. The 2021 dime with the P mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, one of the most historic mints in the nation. Philadelphia has been producing coins since 1792 and has created billions of coins over time. The P mint mark on the 2021 dime distinguishes it from coins made at Denver or San Francisco. Collectors value these tiny details because mint marks often determine rarity, and rarity determines value. Physical design and details. The 2021 P dime is composed of a copper-nickel clad with a pure copper core, weighing 2.27 grams with a diameter of 17.9 millimeters. On the obverse, you will see Roosevelt's profile facing left, along with the word Liberty, the national motto "In God We Trust," and the date 2021 with the mint mark P. The reverse features a torch representing liberty, an olive branch for peace, and an oak branch for strength, with the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and one dime. Production numbers. In 2021, the Philadelphia Mint produced hundreds of millions of dimes. But even with such high numbers, certain conditions, errors, and rare minting mistakes can transform ordinary dimes into coins worth far more than their face value. Collectors worldwide search for these treasures, knowing that even in a sea of billions, rare gems exist. Error varieties that make value skyrocket. Error coins are what truly excite collectors. A 2021 dime with misaligned dies, double die errors, off-center strikes, or missing elements can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on condition. These rare minting mistakes are highly sought after because they are so difficult to find and prove that even the modern minting process is not perfect. Grading and condition. The condition of the coin plays a massive role in its value. A dime fresh from the mint with no scratches, marks, or wear is considered mint state. Coins graded MS65, MS67, or even higher can fetch enormous prices at auctions. Collectors are willing to pay a premium for dimes in superb condition, especially those with strong strikes and flawless surfaces. Current market value. Now let us talk numbers. The face value of this coin is just 10 cents, but in the collector's market, things change dramatically. A common circulated 2021 P dime might not be worth more than its face value. However, a pristine example, a high-grade certified coin, or one with a rare error can be valued from hundreds to thousands. Some estimates and sales have placed rare varieties in the range of several $100s up to market highs of nearly $889,007 for special rare error pieces that are unique in their class. Auction highlights. Over the years, collectors have placed high bids on Roosevelt dimes with unusual features. Auction houses like Heritage Auctions or Stack's Bowers have sold modern dimes at surprising prices when they showcase rare varieties. The 2021 dime is still new, but its potential for future record-breaking sales remains strong, especially for error coins in top condition. Why collect modern dimes? Some collectors only look at older coins, but modern coins like the 2021 dime hold massive potential. They are accessible, affordable to start with, and still being discovered in circulation. Imagine finding a coin in your pocket change that turns out to be worth thousands. That is the thrill of collecting, and the 2021 dime offers that chance. Long-term value coins like the 2021 P dime may seem ordinary now, but history shows that time transforms coins into treasures. Just think of Mercury dimes or early barter dimes that once circulated like today's coins but now fetch high prices. Collectors who hold on to pristine 2021 dimes or rare errors may see their value rise dramatically in future decades. If you want to start collecting 2021 P dimes, here are some tips. Always check your change carefully. Look for unusual features, doubling, or minting flaws. Preserve coins by keeping them in protective holders to prevent scratches. And most importantly, consider having them graded by professional services like PCGS or NGC, as certified coins always attract higher value. The cultural importance of the dime. Beyond money and value, the dime holds cultural significance. It reminds us of Roosevelt's leadership, America's history of resilience, and the ongoing search for rare treasures in everyday life. A coin as small as a dime can connect us to history, inspire curiosity, and open the door to unexpected fortune. So the next time you hold a dime, especially the 2021 P dime, remember that it might be worth far more than you think. From its historic design to its rare errors, from face value to auction treasures worth hundreds of thousands, this coin is a shining reminder that history is in your hands. Thank you for watching RF Coins, the home of coin history, hidden treasures, and market secrets. If you enjoyed this journey into the story of the 2021 P dime, make sure to subscribe, like, and share, because here at RF Coins, every coin tells a story, and that story might just make you rich. Today, we're diving into the fascinating world of the United States of America 1 dime, specifically the 2022 P issue. This tiny silver-colored coin may look ordinary at first glance, but don't be fooled. The story, the history, the design, and the market demand behind this dime can turn what seems like a simple coin into something worth a fortune. By the end of this video, you'll understand why the 2022 P dime has captured the attention of collectors, investors, and coin enthusiasts all around the world. The origins of the US dime. The dime has a long history that goes back to the early days of the American Republic. The very first dimes were struck in 1796 under the Coinage Act, designed to provide the young nation with standardized coinage. From the draped bust design to the seated Liberty, then the barter dime, the Mercury dime, and finally the Roosevelt dime we use today, each era tells a story of America's growth and resilience. The dime became not just a piece of money but also a reflection of national pride and values. The Roosevelt dime design. The dime we see today has featured President Franklin D. Roosevelt since 1946. His portrait honors his leadership during the Great Depression and World War II, and also his role in founding the March of Dimes, a campaign to fight polio. On the reverse, we see a torch symbolizing liberty, flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. The design is simple, but powerful. The 2022 P dime continues this legacy, but what sets it apart is its modern minting quality and potential collector demand. What does the P mint mark mean? Every US coin tells us where it was minted through a small letter called the mint mark. The P mint mark stands for Philadelphia, one of the oldest and most historic mints in the country. The Philadelphia Mint has been producing coins since 1792, and today it remains one of the busiest in the world. The 2022 P dime is part of this tradition, and while millions were minted, certain errors, conditions, and collector demand make some examples stand out far above face value. The 2022 P dime production numbers. The US Mint struck hundreds of millions of dimes in 2022. At first glance, this may make the coin seem too common to hold any real value. But here's the catch: collectors are not just looking for ordinary dimes. They want pristine, high-grade, untouched examples, or those with rare minting errors. Out of millions, only a small percentage survive in flawless condition, and these are the coins that become treasures. Circulated versus uncirculated value. If you find a 2022 p dime in your pocket change, chances are it has been circulated, touched, and handled. Circulated examples usually have minimal extra value, maybe a few cents to $1. However, if you come across an uncirculated dime, especially one graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC as MS68 or higher, then the value skyrockets. Uncirculated gems are where collectors pay premium prices. Error coins and Rarity. This is where things get exciting. The US Mint, even with modern technology, is not perfect. Errors happen, and those errors make coins rare and valuable. A 2022 p dime with a misaligned die, double die obverse, off-center strike, or missing elements could be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on the severity and uniqueness of the error. These rare dimes are exactly what collectors hunt for in rolls of coins and bank bags. Grading and why it matters. The grade of a coin is like its report card. The higher the grade, the more valuable the coin becomes. Professional graders use a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect, flawless coin. A 2022 p dime graded MS67 might be worth several $100s, while one graded MS68 or MS69 could cross into the thousands. The difference between two grades can sometimes mean a difference of thousands of dollars in market value. Current market value. So what is the actual market worth of the 2022 p dime today? While most are still only worth face value, rare gems and error coins can fetch extraordinary prices. Some recent auction results have seen pristine examples listed at values climbing to hundreds of thousands of dollars, with peak market hype pushing figures near $889,006 for certain rare error types. That's right, almost $900,000 for a dime that most people overlook as pocket change. The collector's demand. Collectors are always looking for something unique, and the 2022 p dime has created a buzz. With millions of Americans collecting Roosevelt dimes by date, mintmark, and grade, the demand for high-quality examples keeps increasing. Demand pushes value, and as more collectors compete for limited high-grade coins, the price will only go higher. Investment potential. Coins like the 2022 p dime are not just collectibles, they are also investments. The combination of rarity, collector interest, and market speculation can turn a dime into an asset. Just like rare baseball cards, vintage watches, or fine art, rare coins are bought, sold, and auctioned for profit. Smart investors are watching the dime market closely because they know that today's overlooked coin could be tomorrow's jackpot. Historical importance of 2022. The year 2022 marked a special era for U.S. coinage. It was during a time of economic uncertainty, inflation, and changes in coin production costs. Every coin minted that year is part of that story. Collectors often attach value not only to the coin itself but also to the history of the time in which it was struck. Owning a 2022 p dime means owning a piece of modern history. Tips for collectors. If you're looking to find valuable 2022 p dimes, here are a few tips. Always check your pocket change and coin rolls. Visit banks to request dime rolls. Look closely for errors under magnification. Protect your finds with coin holders to prevent scratches. And if you believe you have something special, consider getting it graded by a professional. Some rare modern dimes have shocked the numismatic world with their sales. Collectors have paid hundreds of thousands for mint errors and top-graded examples. The 2022 p dime, with its emerging popularity, has already seen strong prices in auctions, and experts believe the trend is just beginning. The record-breaking $889,006 valuation stands as proof that even the smallest coins can create massive waves in the collector market. So the next time you hold a dime, remember this: you're not just holding 10 cents, you might be holding a small fortune. The United States of America. One dime 2022 p carries history, artistry, and investment potential far beyond its face value. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare dimes, make sure you subscribe to RF Coins, where we bring you the stories, the values, and the secrets of coins from around the world. Don't forget to like this video, share it with fellow collectors, and drop a comment below with the rarest coin you've ever found. Until next time, happy collecting, and may your pocket change turn into treasure. Today we are diving into one of the smallest yet most fascinating coins in American currency. The United States of America 1 dime 2023 p. At first glance, it may look like just another small piece of change in your pocket, but the truth is far deeper. Some of these coins are worth not just 10 cents but hundreds, thousands, and in rare cases even more. Imagine holding a coin that could change your perspective on collecting forever. By the end of this video, you will discover why the 2023 p dime is already making waves among collectors and why it could be worth as much as $889,000 in rare conditions. What is the 1 dime? The dime is the 10-cent coin of the United States. It has been in circulation since 1796 and remains one of the most collected small denomination coins in the world. The word dime comes from the Latin decimus, meaning 1/10. While small in size and light in weight, the dime carries an enormous history. Over centuries, it has featured designs that honor liberty, freedom, and American strength. Today the Roosevelt dime continues this tradition, reminding us of President Franklin D. Roosevelt and his legacy. The Roosevelt dime design, the current dime design, was first introduced in 1946 after the passing of President Franklin D. Roosevelt. He had led the nation through the Great Depression and World War II, and his leadership inspired the country. The obverse of the coin features his left-facing portrait, surrounded by the word liberty, the motto "In God We Trust," and the date. The mint mark P represents Philadelphia, where this particular dime was struck in 2023. On the reverse side you will find the torch of liberty flanked by an olive branch for peace and an oak branch for strength. This timeless design has remained unchanged for decades, making the 2023 p dime part of an enduring legacy. The Philadelphia Mint is the oldest United States mint facility, founded in 1792. Coins struck there carry the mint mark P. In 2023, millions of dimes were struck in Philadelphia, but only a small percentage are considered collectible. Why? Because condition, errors, and rarity set some coins apart. While most are worth face value, certain high-grade 2023 p dimes and error coins are commanding huge prices in the numismatic market. The composition of the dime: the modern dime is made of a copper core sandwiched between two layers of copper-nickel alloy. It weighs just 2.27 grams and measures 17.91 millimeters in diameter. While it no longer contains silver like the dimes before 1965, its value does not just lie in metal content. Instead, collectors look for sharp strikes, luster, mint state grades, and unique errors. The role of the dime in American life: for more than 2 centuries, dimes have been part of everyday transactions. From paying for groceries to fueling vending machines, dimes circulate widely. But the hidden treasures lie within those everyday coins. The 2023 p dime is a perfect example that ordinary change can sometimes hold extraordinary value. Rarity and scarcity. Now let's talk about rarity. The majority of 2023 p dimes are common. However, rare varieties, minting errors, and high mint state examples can elevate the price astronomically. Some coins graded MS-68 or higher have been valued at thousands of dollars, and the market is buzzing with reports of record-breaking sales. Collectors demand in 2023. Collectors are always hungry for fresh issues, and the 2023 p dime has not disappointed. Coin dealers report a surge in demand for pristine rolls of these dimes. Some collectors are saving entire bank boxes hoping to find that one perfect gem. Auctions have seen dramatic bidding wars when flawless coins surface. Error varieties: errors are where the real money can be made. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, missing letters, and misaligned dies all create rare varieties that can be worth hundreds to thousands of dollars. A normal 2023 p dime is worth 10 cents, but a spectacular error example could be worth 10,000 times more. Historical context: the dime as a denomination was born during the earliest years of the Republic. The Coinage Act of 1792 authorized the 10-cent piece, and since then it has undergone numerous design changes. From the draped bust and capped bust dimes of the 1800s to the barber dimes and mercury dimes of the early 1900s, each version tells the story of America. The Roosevelt dime, still minted today, connects the present to this long history. Why the 2023p is special. So what makes the 2023p dime stand out? It is new, fresh, and has the potential for rarity in pristine condition. Collectors are rushing to secure them early, knowing that in 10 or 20 years these coins could be highly sought after. The combination of high-grade scarcity and error possibilities has made the 2023p dime one of the hottest modern issues. Market value today. Now the big question. What is the market value today? A regular circulated 2023p dime is worth only 10 cents. A mint state example could be worth anywhere from $1 to $100. Rare errors or perfect high-grade coins, however, have already sold for thousands. Some estimates place the top-end market value at nearly $889,000 for the finest known examples. This is why collectors and treasure hunters are paying so much attention. The future of the 2023p dime. The story of this coin is still being written. As time passes, many 2023p dimes will become worn or lost in circulation, reducing the surviving high-grade population. Those who save rolls and cherry-pick gems today could see huge returns in the future. This is the beauty of coin collecting. A small dime today could be a fortune tomorrow. Conclusion and call to action. So next time you hold a dime in your hand, look closer. If it is a 2023p, examine it for sharpness, shine, and possible errors. What may seem like just another coin could be your ticket to a rare treasure worth thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The United States of America one dime 2023p proves that value is not always measured by size. Here at RF Coins, we bring you these stories so you can uncover the hidden wealth in your pocket. Subscribe to RF Coins for more deep dives into rare and valuable coins, and remember, the treasure of history may be sitting right in your change jar.